Hi, how is everybody? Hope everyone's having a great day. So I thought I'd start with some poems that I'd found, because I thought these were quite good. So, you are worthy of having all the good things you want in your life, and manifesting can help you with this. The act of manifesting resets your focus, prompting you to view your life in a positive light. A lot of times we subconsciously block the good things we want out of life: financial freedom, happiness, and love, because of our own brokenness or our tendency to think of the things we don't want rather than what we do want. We are resisting what the universe has to offer. Manifestation can not only help you determine your goals, but it can also put you at peace. It allows you to trust that the universe has your back and wants to bless you with good, happy successes. In honor of this, here are 6 poems to help with manifestation practice and bring you back to the center of high vibes and confidence in your worth to receive all good things. This is called Our Deepest Fear. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God, of the universe. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God and the universe that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. That's by Marianne Williamson. The next one's called The Archer. I take out my arrow of unfinished dreams and desires and place it firmly in the bow of my determination and aim it at the starlit sky. Such amazing power behind the action, totally pure intention, and as my prayers ascend the night sky, transverse Mother Moon in silhouette, the planets call out in unison. She knows her path. We will assist our sister. And I can close my eyes, and in that deep place where day has cast aside my worries, can rest assured and protected. The universe is on my side. And now, what now can scare me? That's by Alison Stormwolf. We are God's in chrysalis. Whenever you go out of doors, draw the chin in, carry the crown of the head high, and fill the lungs to the utmost. Drink in the sunshine, greet your friends with a smile, and put soul into every hand clasp. Do not fear being misunderstood, and do not waste a minute thinking about your enemies. Try to fix firmly in your mind what you would like to do, and then without veering off direction, you will move straight to that goal. Keep your mind on the great and splendid things that you would like to do, and then as the days go gliding by, you will find yourself unconsciously seizing upon the opportunities that are required for the fulfillment of your desire, just as the coral insect takes from the running tide the element it needs. Picture in your mind the able, earnest, useful person you desire to be, and the thought you hold is hourly transforming you into that particular individual. Thought is supreme. Preserve a right mental attitude, the attitude of courage, frankness, and good cheer. To think right is to create. All things come through desire, and every sincere prayer is answered. We become like that on which our hearts are fixed. Whenever you go outdoors, draw the chin in, carry the crown of the head high. We are God's in chrysalis. And that's by Albert Hubbard. The man who thinks he can. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you'd like to win, but think you can't, it's almost a cinch you won't. If you think you'll lose, you're lost. For out in the word we find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you're outcast, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man, but soon or late, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. That's by Walter D. Wintle. Help yourself to happiness. Everybody everywhere seeks happiness, it's true. But finding it and keeping it seem difficult to do. Difficult because we think that happiness is found only in the places where wealth and fame abound. And so we go searching in palaces of pleasure, seeking recognition and monetary treasure, unaware that happiness is just a state of mind, within the reach of everyone who takes time to be kind. For in making others happy, we will be happy too, for the happiness you give away returns to shine to you. That's by Helen Steiner Rice. And then the last one is I am. I know not whence I came, I know not whither I go, but the facts stand clear that I am here, in this world of pleasure and woe. And out of the mist and murk, another truth shines plain. It is my power each day and hour to add to its joy or its pain. By Ella Wheeler Wilcox. And then I was going to read this one. I'm just in a poetry kind of mood today. This is Invictus. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate, and I am the captain of my soul. And that's by William Ernest Henley. Another one. If, by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired of waiting, or being lied about and don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can hear If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stood and build them up with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings, and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve you your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And which is more, you'll be a man, my son. So yeah, I'm in that kind of zone today. I'm in the poetry vibing zone. Do you know what I mean? I love a bit of poetry. So what's everyone been up to? I hope everyone is good. So going on, we're coming to the final chapter of one zone of my life, and also the beginning of another. Well, obviously that it kind of already began a year ago, but I'm on a precipice. So I'm going to be adding in loads of new folks to the crewdom, because obviously I've went and searched all the top family law solicitors, and I've got one, and then I sent an email to both my exes, and I'll read it to you because it's on. So let me tell you, listen. Where is it? So the original email I sent one to one and one to it's the same email essentially. So further to recent events, what you fail to realise is that it's innocent until proven guilty. All 130 hours of my video diary, the descriptions, links, videos, courses, cited are all digital evidence, and you'll have to pay for a solicitor to review it, all of it, as they are all pertinent to this everything that they've been saying about me. This is a year's plus worth of work and study. When they do go through it, they will tell you you are wrong, and that this footage not only proves my innocence, but proves both of yours and Wayne's and his family's guilt. Your own words, your own actions, your own emails are not only proof of your guilt, but slanderous. In addition, you will have both have kept my children from me legally, or with no basis of fact or reason other than your own hatred. I would like to speak to my sons, please. What is your response? This will be included in my daily vlog. Needless to say, the criminal has not responded, and the Charlie's dad responded hours later, because obviously copied in the solicitor for record, and he replied, but addressing her. He didn't reply addressing me. Yeah, I'd be very happy to speak to you directly. And I just replied, you need to talk to me. I was just copying her in for reference. Can you believe it? What a joke. What a joke. So, yeah, it's on. The game is afoot. I'm champing. I can't wait. Literally. So, yeah, so that's X-Gate update. And then I sponsor a girl in with ActionAid, which helps women and girls all over the world. And she wrote to me. So I decided, because she drew me a picture. Just see if I can find it. She painted me a picture, so I thought I'd do one back. So I painted her a little picture with her name on it. Her name's Faith as well. I put faith is power. I put glitter on it. You see? So I'm going to send that back to her. So I was reminded to do this. I got an email I got them. If anyone doesn't know what ActionAid is, get involved. Get involved. ActionAid, changing the world for women and girls. Got the magazine. They've got their new sort of slogan is "She is the answer." Ain't that right, ladies? Whoop, whoop. So yeah, so they do amazing work all over the world, and I do the most expensive that I can at the moment, but I fully intend on giving them more. So they work everywhere, and they help obviously go, particularly it's a bit like, well, no, it is different, but a lot of them are abused and in really difficult situations. So anything you can donate to these lovely people will help. And they also do gifts. So I'll put the link in for them. Do you know what I was thinking as well? Because Ramadan fam, how's it going? I'm going to be honest with you. I did eat today. I feel awful about it. So to make up for it, I mean, as in I ate earlier in the day than I should. But I have been doing the rest of the time. I've been sticking to it. So I'm gonna make up for that by not. I'm gonna do a full 24-hour fast to make up for that. So I think I'm trying my best here. So, but Ramadan's all about charity and thinking about others. So with that in mind, and I've been meaning to do it for ages, to be fair, because I've been saying it for ages, and I just too much stuff. I've been a hoarder, not intentionally. I don't know, just not throwing anything out for ages. When I say ages, I'm talking. I've got clothes going back to, or I did have until this week. Clothes going back to like 1998. No joke. So I went through all my clothes, and I must have given 90% of it away this week. And there's a refuge. So there's 3 charities I went to. One was Bernardo's. The other one was a Sure Start Centre, which is for kiddies. And then the refuge, that obviously help women that are escaping from domestic abuse, violence and sexual violence. So yeah, I decluttered my. What's worse is there's still more in there I could get rid of that I literally haven't even worn. Because the thing as well, because other than like my wigs and my costumes, which are, you know, for performance benefit and just general lols in my own time, I don't really wear. We haven't had anywhere to go, have we? So I kind of just bop about in, you know, gym wear or tights, basically. I don't even wear underwear anymore these days, you know. I find it really constricting. I've got to this like hippie stage. I'm like, oh, I don't need to wear any. What am I wearing any for? I'm just bopping. I'm around on my own in the house. Like, obviously, I'm wearing clothes. Just, yeah, you know, bras. Like, oh, so constricting. So yeah, got rid of a load of that. And then I thought I got in a zone of cleaning up, because I watched this video on Feng Shui as well, and that's actually you know, because a cluttered house and cluttered mind and all that, it makes sense, and it is true. And not only that, it actually, if you know about law of attraction and stuff like that, it's apparently Feng Shui, a third of your law of attraction capability can be attributed to your environment. Do you know that? So obviously it's still it's a work in progress, don't get me wrong, because I'm not but I went through like loads of, I don't know if anyone else does this, but I'm also a hoarder, it appears, of cables. Like I've somehow collected over the years so many cables, like old phone chargers, USB, like going back to like the old Nokias, you know, like the 3310 those days, and the banana phone and all of that. I've got chargers going back to them days there. So I had to went through this whole sort of trunk thing I've got. I was like, what am I going to do? Is that it? Do people need those? Can I give them to anyone? Like, what? And also I've got 3 printers. Like, that's just, you know, one's enough, isn't it? So I went to see if I could donate those, and there's a funny one. They're a bit funny about printers. I don't know why. Surely there must be someone at the top. They work. I don't need them though. I'm not going to sell them. I must be able to find someone somewhere who needs a printer. You know, just loads of odd stuff. Like, also, you know, when you just start digging through stuff, you're like, oh my God, why have I still got that? That's from like 2001. It's just nuts. But it's good having a clear out. We're feeling good about it. And giving is receiving, right? So it's nice knowing that it may, you know, they're all, none of it's sort of barely been worn, some of it, literally. So if someone gets some use out of it, then that's a good thing, rather than it just sit in my drawers like it has done for however long. So yeah, just been doing things like that, and then painting, reading poetry. I haven't done much on the I've got an amazing link actually. I'll put the links in like normal. Of this guy who talks about the same thing as those poems, about how, you know, the universe is within us and the source is within us, and how we all have a purpose and a calling and a reason why we're here beyond just existing day to day. And how he found his. He's like a New York bestseller. I can't remember his name now off the top of my head. Wayne Dyer. And he's an author. He's a bestseller. And and he said he got his calling when he found out he didn't have a relationship with his dad, and he found out that he died, and so he went to, and he's obviously he had like sort of emotional trauma associated with that because he never had a relationship with him, and then not only had he not had a relationship with him, he then just found out he died, so he knew he couldn't have one, and he couldn't ask him any questions and get any answers. And he went to his grave, and he went and basically had a rant at his grave, and obviously let out all of the sort of things that he'd been thinking over the years, and got back in his car to drive away. And he was like a few miles, he'd left the graveyard, and then he just said something in him just said, you need to go back, you're not finished. So he turned around, he went back to the grave, and he just said, no, I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let all that hate go. Because he was like, this is his words kind of to his dad's grave. He was saying like, I don't know you, I don't know what happened to you that made you like that to me. So I'm going to choose to let it go and to just have love in my heart for you from now on. And he said that he had this just huge weight lifted off him. Felt like this massive weight had just been lifted off his shoulders. He'd been carrying that around with him all that time, that hate inside for this man that he didn't know. And he said that he was driving back to go to the airport, and he pulled over at a motel and sat and got this motel room and wrote solidly for 2 weeks and had a book that then became his bestseller. And then he's like obviously traveled around the world speaking about it, and how it was something in him, like his intuition, his inner voice, that source, that connection to the universe, that made him go back, and he listened to it. And not only did he listen to it, he then obviously went and then listened to it again to stop at the motel to write this non-stop for 2 weeks, to write this book that then became a bestseller and has completely changed the course of his life. So I just think we're so close. Shedding the old ways. and letting it go. And that everything that, you know, anything that doesn't serve us, we just let go. Don't have to keep doing the same things over and over again that aren't working. Just let it go. Doesn't have to be this way. You know? Just be honest with ourselves and with each other. Like, yeah, fucked up there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay. Let's just deal with it. Because there's a solution to every problem. Literally. And if there isn't yet, there will be. Because there's 7 billion balls of brains and potential just there, waiting. And if everyone reached their full potential, if everyone knew their true power, if everyone could reach their full potential, I mean, where would we be then? What could we have achieved? What could we achieve then? If everyone's on, you know, all cylinders firing, as it were. Just have that. Just be mad, isn't it? Like in an amazing way. And that's why it's so cool that everyone, you know, everyone's just helping each other. And it's just beautiful. That's why if people are struggling, don't struggle in silence. Don't do it. So many people everywhere that will help, that can help. Just need to say that you're struggling. That's all it is. I know sometimes it's, and having been there, done that, and I didn't say anything for a long time, I know, but I think we're talking about these things more now, as we should have always done, because there isn't anything wrong with you. You're beautiful just as you are. It's just, you know, we all go through that, you know, we all have that inner demon or mind chimp or dark side, whatever, that wants to just, you know, consume us. But it doesn't have to be that way. So yeah, all in all, I'm feeling pumped. You know, I'm pretty excited about life right now. It's got so many things on the go. So, you know, why limit yourself to just one? So, like, you know, what I'm saying about that is like jobs. I'm trying to juggle getting so many different things off the ground at this time. I probably should just focus on one, to be fair, but I'm trying to like learn how to do, because I'm not obviously a YouTube master. Clearly you can tell by my videos but do like video editing, how to do SEO, how to do podcasting, how to do writing ebooks using there's a business called Growth Day where you can take this one video and then spit it out into your blog, into your website, into your like tiny snippets for your social media and all kinds of stuff. I'm trying to learn it all. It's it's a lot, but I'm doing it anyway because I want to. And I just feel I've got a good vibe. Got a really good vibe. Feel happy and loved and in love. So what more can I ask for, really? Well, it's all coming. So I'm going to finish. I'm only doing a short one today. I'm going to finish with another poem. And it's going to be Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night by Dylan Thomas. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words have fought no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learn too late, they grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men near death who see with blinding sight, blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father, there on the sad height, curse, bless me now, with fierce tears I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Poetry Saturdays, do you know what I mean? Love you guys. Smashing it. Oh, just quickly. Just quick. Where is it? I'll do the news tomorrow. I'm not in the news zone, other than this one article. Oi. Morning Star. Toot toot. Toot. Morning Star madness. Right. Listen. Hoi. Okay. This may seem inappropriate to some, bearing what's gone on today, but I don't give a shit. Environmental hypocrisy on a right royal scale. So, among the never-ending output of obsequious and sycophantic tributes to the dead Duke of Edinburgh, a constantly repeated theme was what a wonderful environmentalist and conservationist he had been. This, they told us, was a man who genuinely loved wild animals. Most of them referenced the start of his love and protection of wildlife as long ago as 1961, when he became president of an organisation that would eventually become the Worldwide Fund for Nature. The date rang a bell. Sorry, wait. Serious face. The date rang a bell. I checked my files, and yes, I was right. In 1961, Philip and his wife, the Queen, went off to India, where the animal-loving prince shot an 8.5-foot tiger, a 13-foot crocodile, and some rare, wild, Ural-mounted sheep. Even today, the Ural is still fighting against extinction and features on the red list of Indian animals. Like most of his animal murders, the Duke described his tiger slaughter as sport. What is actually entailed was him, the Queen, and various Maharajas, Nawabs, and other real hangers on keeping themselves out of harm's way in a luxury tree house high above the jungle. Down below, a buffalo was tied up as bait, and no less than 200 beaters had the job of scouring the jungle to drive any tigers they could find right up to the Duke's rifle sights. The royal so-called sportsman shot the proud beast from 20 foot up, and the royal party posed for triumphant photos with the tiger corpse. The sad animal was whisked away, stuffed, mounted, and dispatched to Buckingham Palace, where no doubt it still prowls the corridors of power. Shooting has long been most popular pastime of the British, German, and many other royal families, and Prince Philip kept the tradition up to an amazing extent. His total bag shot all over the globe, but mainly on royal estates of Britain. Over the last 3 decades, it's almost unbelievable. As well as the tiger, the crocodile, and the mountain sheep, he shot various deer, antelopes, rabbits, hares, wild ducks, snipes, woodcocks, teals, pigeons, partridges, and at least 30,000 pheasants. Philip especially enjoyed shooting wild boar on the estates of his friends in Germany. On one occasion, he and the Prince Charles are said to have killed at least 50 wild boar in one single day. That's nice. Philip did all he could to pass his love of killing wild animals on to the rest of his family. His love of guns was also profound. In 1996, amid calls to ban firearms after the Dunblane shootings, Philip came out with a nonsense. If a cricketer, for instance, suddenly described to go into a school and batter a lot of people to death with a cricket bat, which he could do very easily, I mean, are you going to ban cricket bats? Oh my God. Soz. Right, listen. The Queen often accompanied him on shoots. Son Prince Charles and daughter Anne, the Princess Royal, have organised competitions in which they led rival shooting parties for their other royal siblings. Philip has been keen to promote shooting to his grandchildren. Oh, nice. And his great-grandchildren. Both William and his brother have hunted and shot from a young age. They're so enthusiastic that their mother, Diana, Prince of Wales, jokingly dubbed them killer whales. Prince William is said to prefer shooting to other sport. His wife Kate is also a keen fan of both shooting and fox hunting. Brother Harry has been weaned off shooting by his anti-blood sports wife Meghan Markle. Just last October, Philip provoked an outcry by declaring shooting an intelligent leisure activity. Oh shit! For children, so I missed that bit. An intelligent leisure activity for children, blood sport. What? He was backing a new book teaching novices about handling guns. Wait a minute. Hold up. Prince Andrew took his daughter Beatrice on a shoot when she was just 6. And in his famous and disastrous TV interview with Emma Maitlis, Andrew explained why he had invited his friend, the paedophile Jeffrey Epstein, as a guest to Windsor Castle and Sandringham. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Ding, 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 ding. Right. asked if he had organised a birthday party for paedophile's girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, at Sandringham, Andrew responded saying, "It's just a straightforward shooting weekend, obviously." I mean, come on, guys. I mean, come on. Come on. Right. Philip frequently invited sporting friends or those with enough money to pay the several thousands of pounds it costs for a day's shooting at the royal family 20,000 Norfolk estate at Sandringham. He played a key role in running and developing the shooting there. He was enormously proud back in 1993 when he hit his target of 10,000 pheasants in one 4-day shooting party. Good God. Britain breeds of imports up to 60 million pheasants a year for shoots like Sandringham. Although it is not a native bird, the pheasant far outnumbers many British native species. The next most numerous wild bird is the wren, with about 8 million pairs. Pheasants are now bred and selected so that they fly slow and level to make them easier to shoot. Although originally shot for food, today's shoots usually simply bury the... Where am I? They bury the pheasants. They bury them. They bury the pheasants, claiming the costs of plucking and dressing the birds make it uneconomical to sell them. Oh my days. The Duke Sandringham shooting parties are estimated to kill 150,000 pheasant over the last 2 decades. And none of those get eaten. Chris Luffingham, director of campaigns at the League Against Cruel Sports, told Morning Star, shooting estates are churning out millions of factory farm pheasants and partridges into the British countryside, only for the birds to be gunned down and thrown in the incinerator, buried or fly-tipped. Heir to the throne, William is clearly following in his grandfather's hypocritical footsteps. He took himself off for a posh estate in Spain to shoot boar, stag and partridge. Next day, he and his dad Charles launched his United for Wildlife conference. Oh, the hypocrisy, guys and girls. Right, where are we? Clearly following family traditions. Oh, bless them. Prince Philip, right up to his death, was a key player in the way the shooting at Sandringham was organised. It was on his watch that many disgusting and illegal actions were carried out by him and other royals and the gamekeepers the royal estate employed. Oh, no. Right. Video evidence has emerged that gamekeepers have been catching wild birds in traps and leaving them in distress for up to 2 days. Why does the fact that they torture animals not fucking surprising? It's not the only thing they torture, let's face it. Right, the footage showed that a crow had been confined to a crawl cage and left without water on a hot summer's day. The bird was in the trap and it's set to capture wild birds which prey on the birds reared for the shooting season. These Larsen traps hold a captive bird whose distress cries attracts other birds to them. The birds are then killed by the gamekeeper. By law, the traps should be checked every day, but the video shows that they were not. Last December, a very rare and threatened little owl was killed at Sandringham. The little owl was killed in a trap by the estate gamekeepers. At about the same time as the little owl was killed, Prince William was appointed patron of the British Trust for Ornithology. Oh, people. Oh, stop it. Right. A charity that champions the worlds of inspired birds and informed by science. And he's killing these things. Oh, wow. Right. Obviously, Wills is taking after his two-faced grandpa. The owl was one of many incidents involving birds of prey being murdered at Sandringham. They have been investigated, but strangely, no culprit has ever been brought to justice. I mean, are they for real? I hadn't actually read all the way down to this bit. I'd only read the first bit. I thought that was bad enough, but this is just getting ridiculous. Like, so they're killing rare species of birds, and then starting up trusts to protect birds that they've just killed. Or, hey, right. Last year, a goshawk perished on the estate and its body was incinerated. 2 years before, a Montagu's harrier that had been fitted with a tracking device disappeared over the estate. When a bird watcher and a Natural England warden saw 2 hen harriers, a bird close to extinction with only 20 pairs left in England, being blasted out of the sky over the estate in 2007, Prince Harry and his friend William Van Cutsum were the only people shooting on the estate. Harry was interviewed by police, but by then the evidence had been burnt or buried. And like, trust me when I tell you that they got an incinerator on site. That is not the only stuff that's going in that incinerator. You know that, don't you? You know that. Right. I wonder if you get with CSI bods. Let's get some CSI bods on this. I wonder if there's any way you can find stuff that's been, from the bits that are left in an incinerator. Must be a way of finding what's been burnt. When I read that bit. A poisoned sparrowhawk has also been found at Sandringham. An examination of this crime scene revealed a dead pigeon laced with bendiocarb, a poisonous pesticide, and the same suspect had killed an early sparrowhawk. Details of this incident only emerged after a Freedom of Information request by the animal rights group Raptor Persecution UK. Strangely, the name Sandringham is redacted in the letters and emails relating to the poisonings, as are the names of the estate, the staff of the estate. Oh, shock. Whoever censored the correspondence had left in references to the private home of 4 generations of British monarchs. And the country and the county of Norfolk. So Sherlock Holmes was not required to name the shoes. Oh, brilliant. Even after, who wrote this? They deserve a medal. Who's it? Frosty. Peter Frost. Oh, love him. Hilarious. Right. Even after Philip's death, the royal family's enthusiasm for blood sports remains as much a part of royal life as corgis, adultery, grand tours, and divorce. Sandringham Royal Palace still has a trophy room packed with heads and stuffed examples of the world's most endangered and sometimes extinct species, all shot by royal sportsmen and women over the years. The exhibits include an Indian tiger, a rhinoceros, an African leopard, elephant tusks, and 2 stuffed lions. Wow. They should be buried along with him. Wow. That's all I'm saying at that, you know what I mean? There I was having a go at the at the people that do it. I didn't even. I mean, I've accused them of a lot. Let's face it, but it doesn't surprise. It doesn't surprise me. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think that they'd obviously be the ones, wouldn't they? They'd obviously be the ones that started it. Wow. Oh, another day in the nut house done, guys. Yes. So yeah. Love you. It's a crazy old world. if I have to watch another clip telling me about how sad I should be over his death, there could be a rampage. There could easily be a rampage, and definitely another rant. And I don't know how much you love those. So let's see, shall we? I can't even put the normal TV on because they've been snipping it in between programs. Like literally, any little chance I get to just do the same. It's almost healed, but it's just. Sorry. So it's a bit weird, isn't it? Right. Yeah, they're just in between every program, just like a quick snip. Don't forget he's died, and that everybody should, don't come, but watch. But make sure you're watching. Whole world is in mourning. Everyone's in mourning. Don't forget, guys, everyone's in mourning. No, we're not. Sorry, we're not. Absolutely not. No one other than you. And even you're not even mourning. Look at you. They weren't mourning. They don't look like a family in mourning. Not real life mourning. Not how normal people mourn. It's getting a bit tongue twistery, isn't it? There is no such thing as normal for one, so I'll take that back. But everyone else, humans, sorry, that's what I meant. That's not how humans mourn. Humans mourn with, emotion and tears, and But it's nice that they get to. It's nice that they got to parade in front of the world and tell us how much we should be sad for them. And it's nice that they got to, it's nice that they got to have a funeral and say their goodbyes, unlike a lot of other people, to the tune of about 2.6 million. So, good for them. And they're saying at the start it's going to be 2 weeks in one. If this goes on for another fucking week, I swear, I'm writing a letter. I'm writing a strongly worded letter. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do like a strongly worded letter. Might get Joe Lycett on the case. He's funny. He likes it. He likes a strongly worded letter as well. Oh, Judge Winder. He loves a strongly worded letter. Get him on it. Right. Enough of that nonsense. Jokes. I shall take myself away to loll away to myself for a little bit longer. I might reread that article because that was top notch. But yeah, love, lots of love from me to you, and everything's going to be fine. Love you.